updates and deletes. We saw an upsert. Let's just do a normal old update now. So I'm going to say update ingredients set image equal to watermelon.jpg, or we can go back to, I don't know, we'll call it strawberry, I guess. .jpg, where title equals watermelon. You can see there it did an update. So now if I say select star from, I can just do this again. In case it's unclear, you can hit up. It'll scroll backwards through the queries that you've done before, which is what I'm doing. Okay. So I've done this update here. You just say set whatever do you want, and then you give it a where clause to define which one. If I didn't give it a where clause, it would update literally every single one, right? Which might be what you're trying to do, right? You might want literally everything to have a picture of a strawberry. You have a weird recipe app, in my opinion, at that point, but it's possible, right? What if you want to see what you're doing, right? And this actually works on the inserts, this works on the deletes. What if you want to see what the result of your works are after you've done them? So we can say update ingredients set image equal to watermelon.jpg, where title equals watermelon, and then I'm going to say returning, and you can just ask for whatever you want back, right? In this case, I want back the title, the image, and the ID, and the type, right? So not only am I updating it, right? This is an update command, right? It's not a select command. But by saying returning this as like, hey, once you've done everything, give me back everything that you updated. I'm sure you can imagine this being useful. Like, let's say you're updating a user's profile. You want to confirm to the user that's like, hey, you set your new picture and you told me that you now live in Minneapolis instead of Seattle. So I'm going to update the database and ask for the new information back so that I can send that back down to the user to confirm to them, your stuff actually changed, I promise, I did it. So that's what the returning does. Now, this is kind of a burdensome thing to say. Let's say I literally just want to get everything back. That's what the star is for. So I can actually just say return star, which just means everything, right? Notice this one, it gave me back everything in the order that I asked for it, title, image, ID, type. This one will give it back to you, I think it's generally in the order that you created it, but I don't think you're guaranteed. So let's do another insert really quick. I want to show you that you can delete multiple things with one query. So we can even copy and paste this one directly out of it because there's nothing really new here. Let's scroll down and copy this one here. That one. So insert into ingredients, title image, not real one, delete.jpg, delete 2. That's actually, I think it's going to error because, oh, it's not, which is fine. Yep, okay. So we did look up what this 0 is. It's always going to be 0. So in modern Postgres, which is I think post 9, this will always return 0. It used to be like an identifier for object IDs, which they don't use anymore, but there's enough stuff that depends on that 0 being there or that number being there that they're kind of constricted by backwards compatibility for that always to be there. So in other words, ignore it. The second number is the only one that you care about. So now I have two titles, or I have two images where the image is delete.jpg, and I want to delete both of these with one query. So I can say delete from ingredients where image equals delete.jpg. For fun, let's just say I want to return all of them as well. Again, this returning part's optional. It's only if you want to see what was actually deleted. So now I had ID 100 and ID 101, title, image, type, vegetable. So again, that default vegetable is coming from our constraint here from \d ingredients. So this one has a default here of vegetable. If you didn't delete and recreate the table with me, you probably didn't get this default. In which case this first insert might have not worked. In which case you would just have to go back and add not real, and then you'd have to add another type here of vegetable or meat or something like that. But if you did add the default constraint, then it would work. So just to kind of show you what that would look like, I'm going to put, doesn't matter because we have no constraint on it for it to be valid. And then here you would have to put type. Okay, insert it again, and then we can do the same delete from returning star. And you can see here, notice that we're inserting and deleting here. Here was 100 and 101. This is 102 and 103. It did not reuse those old IDs, right? It's just continuing to increment. So if you delete something, that unique identifier is gone forever. I don't know about you, but like I feel like weird about deleting something and it's like never going to come back. I don't know why I get like nostalgic for that. I don't know if nostalgia is the right word for it. Attached? I don't know. I probably should ask a therapist about that. Like the object permanence of unique identifiers in the universe. I feel bad for GUIDs that never are going to exist again. It's just therapy with Brian now. Anyway, so the delete froms are really similar to updates. We just don't have a set in there, right? All you're doing is just you're identifying where you're deleting from. You're giving it some where clause to say like delete these things, so you can kind of pick the things that you delete, and then you can return them if you're interested in seeing what you deleted. Otherwise, it'll just show you the number of delete to, right?